Hi everybody. Still not getting any crochet done. And I have had a long day off. What's supposed to be a day off. I have spent running an errand to the bank, clearing up some confusion there, and then went and got the car washed, canceled my crew car wash that my hubby set up for my car, that ultimate or whatever the unlimited package is. I love crew car wash. It always does a great job with my car, but I'm not one who washes their car weekly. I usually wash my car maybe 4 times a year, and I'm not kidding. Um, Usually maybe once or twice in the winter on a warmer day after we've gotten a lot of snow and had salt on the road, and maybe once in the spring and maybe once in the summer. Could be 5 times a year, I don't know, but it's not worth it to me to have that unlimited. He needs it. He drives a lot for work, so we'll keep it on his car because he really likes going and getting his car cleaned. To me it's like pointless, and I just let God wash it with the rain. Just pray for a really good hard rain. Let me fix this here. So after getting home, and I had looked at our checking account earlier today, and we have found out that he had like an extra checking account that was set up when he got hit the checking account that we're both on. And I noticed that there was like that account existed, and that, okay, what's going on? Never gotten statements for it. Found out there's $360 in there. So we went and got that taken care of, and got that account closed. So that was taken care of. Then we went to Crew Car Wash, and I also called T-Mobile, working on trying to make it more affordable for him to call his family back home. Wondering if T-Mobile had a package that we could upgrade to for international calls, and we found out to Nigeria it would still be 49 cents a minute for him to make calls instead of using this Boss international card. So I would just want everybody to be aware, if you know anyone who calls internationally and uses those cards and you happen to have T-Mobile, this seems to be a new issue because it's never happened before, and we've had T-Mobile since I think March this year. Apparently he and his friend both experienced this because they both have T-Mobile, but their Boss card minutes ran out, and instead of T-Mobile notifying them when they start to dial that they will be paying additional charges on top of their plan, they just let the call go through their regular T-Mobile account. So they were not notified prior to that they were going to be charged $3 a minute for phone calls to Nigeria. So if you calculate that up, that's $180 for an hour-long conversation. And if you have family that's out of the country, you could possibly be facing charges of $3 a minute. So I have had a couple calls with reps there today, and he had been notified and hadn't seen the text back in September until the lady I spoke with today asking about an upgrade to an international calling plan, and determining that we were just going to stick with the Boss card. But he did not see the text, the notification that there was $81 additional international charges to the T-Mobile account on his phone. Even though I'm the primary account holder, they text his phone because he's the one that made the calls. And they did not send him that until after he'd made the calls. So a little pre-disclosure would be nice. And I feel like that's price gouging and taking advantage of people in an underhanded way. You should have the option to opt out of making that phone call if you're out of minutes. You should have some kind of notification. Hey, we're about to hit your wallet pretty good. I mean, that would be a nice courtesy of them to let their customers know. I would not, if I were in a healthcare field where I was charging patients directly, I would never render them services unless it was an emergency situation without disclosing the fees that they're going to incur, without them having any idea. So, it's a phone company. You just don't do that. That just doesn't seem fair whatsoever. So operate in good faith, T-Mobile. Okay, that being said, let's get on to some good stuff. Because of all of this today, I've not gotten any time to play the piano as I want to, but I have signed up for a new course, and it just so happened, we have all these algorithms. I've discussed this a little bit in my replies to my last video regarding Instagram, but we have all these algorithms built into all these social media platforms. And I was on Facebook the other day and got an alert because, Facebook has seen that I've looked at ads on Marketplace for pianos and had bought a keyboard on there. So their algorithms have identified me as someone that's, very interested in piano. So I got a notification from someone I'm not friends with that there was going to be a webinar by this guy named Scott Houston, and his program is called Piano in a Flash. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and watch this webinar. I was off that day, and I was really interested to see what he had to offer that was different. It turns out that he is, surprise, surprise, a fellow Hoosier, as am I. I'm a Hoosier, born and raised, and he graduated from IU, and he had a long-running show as the piano guy on, I believe it was PBS, which was WFYI here in Indy. So how on earth, it's the algorithms. They know you. They know what you like and what your preferences are, and they advertise to you. So this was kind of a hidden advertisement. It didn't look like an ad. It looked like a Facebook post. So, if you have a lot of Facebook friends, you might not notice somebody, their post being an ad if it looks like you're just running through your friend's posts. So some ads are obvious, like some of the yarn ads I've seen for Hobie, but this one was not obvious. And I'm glad I signed up for the webinar. I watched it all the way through, and I got a $200 discount for the class. It is a thing where you pay for it and you get actual books, and I'm going to unbox those for you today. And hopefully you're excited for me, even if you can't relate to my desire to play piano. And I mean, I want to play. I want to play like this guy. His name is Young Mean. It's Young, and then capital M-I-N. That's the first name. And Y-O-U is the second name. He is on YouTube and is very masterful at playing piano. It's very artistic style that he has, and he just shreds it. I love it. I love his style, and you can see he really enjoys it and knows what he's doing. So anyway, I want to be the best piano player I can be. So I have added this teacher as another teacher with a little bit different flavor. His method seems to be different from a lot that I've seen. I currently have 2 other instructors, and now I've added a third. So I will be paring that down, and I think focusing more on this course for now, and then revisiting another instructor of the 2 that I already currently have. I'm a little piano piggy. No, but to me, I just feel something with piano, and I always have. I just gave up as a kid. When I took lessons and I was 8, my teacher would take her little pencil and tap the underside of my wrist for me to raise my wrists up, and I had to learn to read sheet music. I couldn't read the bass. I could read the treble clef lines. The Every Good Boy Does Fine, and F-A-C-E spells face, So I could play a little bonky songs, but I really couldn't do both hands together very well, and only knew the scale of C. And until this year, I didn't know when people said they're practicing scales that they're practicing more than one key, that they're practicing more, scales in more than one key. I just thought there was just C. So there are, obviously more keys. And so there's a lot to music and the theory of it. I've learned a lot, and haven't gotten to apply much of it in actual playing time due to work and then decompressing after work. And, you know, Abby's been working extra as well. So, you know, we've not gotten a lot of downtime together. So it's just kind of been a rough past couple of weeks, and hoping, you know, that those things smooth out. So, and I also received some happy mail from our dearly beloved Left is Right Crochet, Sandy. I just am, even now thinking about it, I'm still, when I think about what she sent me, I just keep shaking my head and smiling. It's just so unique and so sweet of her to do that, and the card that she sent with it. So, all right, so I'm going to get on with the show here and show you. I have not looked at anything that's included in this box. I did open it up, but I'm going to show you the box. The books came already, and I just signed up, I think Sunday night. I signed up that same night for Scott Houston's class. So yeah, it's no coincidence that they're located in Indy, their office, and of course right now they're working remotely because of COVID, but they're located in Indy, and I just happened to get a webinar announcement, and I'm at 20 minutes west of Indy. So this is the algorithms and how they advertise to people. They know who to hit up. So probably based on my location and my search preferences and my purchase of a keyboard, my little Casio that I'd bought on Facebook Marketplace is why I was, you know, advertised to for this webinar, which by the way was very great. And I'm glad that I did get targeted by the algorithms to get this notification of that webinar and find out about this teacher, because I'd never heard of him before. All right, so without further ado, here we go. I think I said that already, without further ado. But, and then I'm going to show you what I got from our dear Sandy at the end of the video. And I don't know which is best. I love them both. At least I think I'm going to love this piano package, but the thing from Sandy just really just, yeah, very touching. All right, so this is the box that it came in. It's pretty heavy. I just can't believe it made it here already. And these are all included with the course fees. And you also have, it's a personalized course, even though they're pre-recorded classes. You know, and they even make some of it, like the beginning lessons, have some downloadable lead sheets is what they call them. It's a simpler way to read a little bit of the music without having to read the bass that most people can't, you know, follow unless you're classically trained. So some of those are downloadable when you first start the class, if you want to start a class while you're waiting for your books. So that was a nice thing for them to do that, but I didn't even get to those. So, all right, so there's some things in here. This is a nice, it's almost like a brochure, index card, stock paper type thing for the chords, different types of chords. And I've heard of all of these chords, but it shows you the keys, the notes that are included for each chord, and different types of chords as well. So that's that. Let's get through this a lot faster, Jenny. Come on. Since I'm looking at it for the first time, it's hard explaining what I'm pulling out because I haven't looked at it yet. Stick with me here. Stick with me here. We have a piano keyboard note guide. Okay, so this is keyboard note guide. And it looks like it's probably a little over about 3.5 octaves, maybe. I don't know. But it's got a guide. So you align, it says align this key over the centermost C on your piano. Right here, this gray one here. Okay, not sure exactly how we're to use this, how to line this up, but I'll look and see if he has directions. Like, I know the notes and everything, but I'm not sure, I'm certain I need this part of the course. I have had some classes, so I know the notes of the keyboards. Advanced chords guide. He talks about some flavors, chord flavor. And a lot of these I've heard of, and some of them I'm very familiar with at this time. I've done a lot of studying, not enough playing, so we'll keep it moving on to the next thing. They've got a list of what's included in the box, so let's just go through this here. Oh, very nice package. All the music that he teaches you to play throughout the course, they come with songs with these lead sheets. So what you see is the treble notes with the chords above it. So you're not having to read what your left hand's playing at the bottom on regular, reading the bass. You're just having to read the notes, the melody, and then see the chords written above it, if I understand that right. So all of those songs that he uses throughout the course are included in a song book here in this package. I think those are all included in what he calls the gig books. This is gig book 2. Oh, nice. Favorites and holiday songs. So see, he calls it Piano on a Flash so that you can learn techniques and chords and things as you're learning to play the songs, and he provides all the stuff you need for it. There's nothing that you have to print up. You're not stuck downloading a bunch of PDFs and printing those on your computer. You get it all in the course. And I will say it did cost quite a bit more than my other classes that I've signed up for. But it looks like it's going to be a very effective class for me based on his style. Not that the other two teachers aren't excellent. They're excellent. They're just excellent in their own right. This is more of it's a private lesson. You can message him directly through each lesson that you're on your screen. So as you take the class, and then you have a practice session within that class to apply what you've learned with a song, I think, with each lesson. So, and then there's the contact him button, so you can contact him directly and ask him questions because he is your instructor. You're not going to get answers or be contacted by other instructors, which some people do. My other two instructors that I'm aware of do not do that either. They don't use other instructors. If you sign up for a course with them, it's with them. Except like one of my instructors has a special course, like a special private lessons through Skype, and they use a piano teacher that is certified with their site to teach that Skype classes. So that's a bit different. This is a course that you can return to over and over again and revisit as needed. Once you pay, you have access lifetime to the course. So there's nothing ever to have to buy again for this course. And once it's paid in full, it's paid in full. If you want to set it up monthly, you can set it up monthly, or you can pay it in full and save a little bit more money. But, okay, so there's Course 1 booklet, Course 2 booklet, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then there's Gig Book 1, pretty hefty. There's Gig Book 2, pretty hefty. And these are all, I can't show you specifically because I'm sure they're copyrighted, but these are all lead sheets. See, you just have one line of music to read. And it also has the lyrics that go right along. This kind of reminds me of the old, you remember the old, if you're old enough here, I'm telling my age, but when I was younger, there was cartoons on. I don't even remember the name of the cartoons, but I remember one specifically. They were in a boat and there was moonlight and there was a little bouncing white ball that you sang along with. It was like karaoke before there was karaoke. It was made up for kids. So it had the little ball. It went from word to word at the bottom of the screen as they floated in the boat in the moonlight. And it was, by the light of the silvery moon. I can't remember the rest of the song, but I always enjoyed watching that show, whatever it was. I'd be interested if anyone comments below and lets me know what that show is so I can find the old ones of it, the episodes on YouTube or somewhere online. Because I would enjoy recapturing that part of my childhood. So this is what all is included. I'm not going to share the cost with you. If you're interested, you can check Scott Houston's site out, pianoinaflash.com. And I'm going to try to share some positive things I've learned with my other instructors that I have, both of whom I first heard of on their YouTube channels. And both are very excellent piano players and instructors. They have a lot to offer. And I signed up for 2 different kinds of courses, one with one and a different course with another. So I didn't want to, replicate the type. One was a play-by-ear course with Zach Evans, and one was the ultimate piano class through Skillshare, through Mark PGN Piano on YouTube. Mark is from the Netherlands and has quite an interesting accent if you're an accent lover like me. And Zach, I'm not sure, I know he's in the US, but Zach also did a TEDx talk and talked about the secret sauce, which is an interesting video if you get on his channel. His channel, he has Zach Evans, where his music is on there that he's composed and played. But he also has his piano teaching channel, which is, if you just look up Superhuman Piano, it should pull up for you. His little emblem, his logo, looks like a Superman sign with piano. So very good instructors and worth your while if you're looking for a good piano instructor. So that's what I've had on my plate today. And this is going to be fun. I can't wait. I really cannot wait. So, all right. And Scott shares a lot of his stories and his experiences too, from what I can tell. How he got to understand this or that about playing piano. And it kind of happened incidentally that he started playing piano. I think he was maybe at a guitar camp or something. I don't remember what. But all right, so on to Sandy's present. Hopefully you've stuck along with me this far, especially if you're here for the crochet stuff. So I opened this today, a card from her. I always open cards first before I look at the presents. She says, "We love Jennifer." And she's got a sticker on there. It looks like an amigurumi. Looks like one of her little amigurumi animals that she keeps on her recliner. The octopus. That's what it looks like. I don't know. Can you guys see that? It's really cute. But the card says brilliant. And she said, "Hey, darling Jen, just a little I love you to let you know how much we treasure your friendship. Many hugs, honey. Sandy, Octavia, Oscar, Otto, and the entire gang." I don't know all the amigurumi names. I'm sure these are them. I love you, Sandy. She said, XOXOXOXO, left is right, crochet. All right. Sandy, you are... you're a national treasure in our YouTube community. You really are. You really, really are. such a peaceful, happy person, and you just bring such nice, fun conversation to our community, and I really, really appreciate that. So, all right, make sure I got this squared away before I show it to you. There's another charm I hadn't noticed. All right, okay. So this is what she sent. How cute is that? It was handmade. I want to share with you the label. Make sure I get this right. It's by Jessica Jordan with Kess, Kess Crafts, CustomLLC.com. And she's got her email address and her phone number here. But it says handmade with love just for you with the care instructions. It's acrylic. But look at the glitter. Let's look at the prettiness of it while I tell you. See my little birdie. I love it. I love it, Sandy. I love you. It says acrylics can break if knocked against hard surfaces or dropped. Wipe with a soft cloth to remove smudges. Avoid prolonged exposure to excess heat or water. All right. And then she's also got one of those QR codes or whatever they are that you can scan to get directly to the website. I don't know how to use those, scan those codes. I know there's scanners out there, but I've never been able to operate one on my phone. I am just not that techie. I'm just not. It's okay. I could find you if I want to find you. Your website's right there. I got fingers. They work. But I know that you got to have everything these days. You got to have a Facebook. You got to have a website. You got to have a presence everywhere. And my next video, let's show this off a little bit more here. But my next video is going to be a follow-up video to my last video that I made before this one. And about, it'll be kind of geared toward content creators and things that we do to try to grow our channels. And I hope that you'll tune in for that. And it may very well tick a lot of people off. I'm just saying right now. And that's not my intention at all. And a lot of it is how I personally feel about YouTube and growing our channels. So hopefully you'll join me for that. All right. So, and if you don't, it's okay. I don't really care if my channel grows. Is that bad? I don't. I have a job that I love, and I only have so much time to commit to YouTube and still have a life of my own outside of work and YouTube. And I have a husband that needs attended to. So, you know, it's just something that's not going to be a full-time thing for me. All right, so here, look here. It's got these little charms, this little tassel. It's lavender, and it's like a suede. And then there's a little glittery, like ornament looking bauble. It's got lavender stars in it with the iridescence to it. They kind of shimmer. And then this little, I don't know, am I not showing you guys good here? And I'm not going to flip this. I don't care if it looks spelled right or backwards or not. I usually flip my videos. I'm not going through editing tonight. It says yarn. And it's a little skinny yarn. How cute is that? And then the little wristband. It's one of those vinyl things. I've seen, like, I have a friend that has made little hair bows for little girls out of it that I've bought some from her for my granddaughters out of that same kind of material. So it's that, and it can go on your wrist. And it has your YouTube channel logo. How cute. I love it, Sandy. It's so special to me. I really, and it's just one of those things I'm like, am I going to use this? I mean, I want to be able to look at it like forever and always cherish it. And I just don't know if it's something I want to swing around with my keys in my pocket all the time. I put my keys in my pocket when I go to work. They go in my scrub pocket. So I really don't want it getting messed up. And I may end up just hanging it either in the car from my rearview mirror or hang it on the wall with my other birdie things. Just somewhere where I can look at it. I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. So thank you so much, Sandy. It really meant a lot to me, more than you know. I don't want to cry right now, but you just don't know how how much stress I've had the past couple weeks, and it's kind of why I've been making myself scarce on a lot of lives, and not been as active with watching YouTube lives and stuff, and I've not been so chatty. And some of my family has gotten COVID, my immediate family, and so, you know, that's a concern. But they're all doing well right now. But keep us in your prayers, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye.